At the conclusion of video 4 for the stock market, we have been acquiring the prices for selected companies. All of us have the first 10 companies, and then on your own you went out and obtained 10 more, and we've been keeping track of those prices here for about 6 days. If you want, before you continue with this video, you can certainly insert a column. I'd click here on my column M, insert a sheet column, and then what you could do is go ahead and I'll just copy that title over, and you could change that date, and if you want to put the 15th or if it's the 16th, whenever you happen to get to this, and you could go ahead and add another column of prices, especially if you think some of your stocks might have gone up. Let's go ahead and calculate our initial cost or our initial investment in purchasing 100 shares of these 20 companies. Equal sign, price per share multiplied times 100 shares. And then we can go ahead and copy that formula all the way down for our 20 companies. And if necessary, go ahead and click the dollar sign to format that to currency. Let's do the same thing for the current value based on the most recent share price. So for mine in this example was on January 14th. There's our equal sign. Current share price multiplied times the quantity of shares. And then we could copy that for all of our companies and format it as currency. Next, let's take a look at whether or not we made any money here. Click on the current value minus the value of those shares of stock a year ago. And it looks like Microsoft has had a good year. Our 100 shares increased in value by over $6,000. We'll copy that formula down. And as you can see, anytime you see a parenthesis, that is a decrease in value. So we made some money and we lost some money. What do we have here? Walmart. The value of our Walmart stock decreased by $411 over the last year. Here we have a loss of $873. And what that means is if you were to sell your shares of stock, your 100 shares, that's how much you would have lost over how much you paid for them a year ago. And what's our biggest loss so far? Biggest loss looks like a little over $1,000 for that stock. For me, that's Boeing. It's gone down. And Boeing, by the way, has had a lot of problems during the last year. A lot of trouble with their 737 MAX jet, which has caused the stock market to go down. People are not as confident. And so the share price has decreased over the last year. And then we could take a look at some of these stocks have really gone up significantly. Visa, pretty big increase. And the last step we'll want to do for this video is to calculate the percent gain or loss. So we know how much the actual dollar amount is, but what percent is that? And the way we would do that is to start with that equal sign. Click on the amount of gain or loss divided by the initial cost. And then format that as a percent with 1 decimal place. And then copy that formula all the way down. And we can see that our Apple stock has increased significantly over the last year. 104% increase. Made $15,000 on our 100 shares. So that certainly was a good investment. And once you have those calculations done, have me come by and take a look at them. And in the next video, we will take a look at doing some conditional formatting to our percent gain or loss.